Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a first impressions video. Now, I've got to say, I am way behind the eight ball on this knife. Um, I don't know, it's perhaps maybe not a knife that most people would think of as being super in my wheelhouse, although it is one I've been very, very curious about. This is the Spydiechef, I guess I should say. This is the CQI version. You can tell it's CQI just based on the hardware there being in black rather than in silver, which the original one was. I think the main change that they made here was just to exchange the metal detent ball for ceramic to kind of get that whole knife being very, very corrosion resistant. And that's the big theme of this knife. And it's the big reason I was so curious to check it out. This is a Martin Sleesh design. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but I guess Martin, if you're watching, you can try to give me the right pronunciation down there in the comments, or anyone else who wants to weigh in is welcome to do that. But Martin Sleesh design, and the cool thing about this is it's designed to be almost totally corrosion resistant. So LC200N steel, which is a steel that basically cannot rust, or very close to not being able to rust, and then the rest of the knife being titanium and ceramic. I think this is pretty interesting. Okay. The other cool thing about this steel, and the reason I was really interested in checking this out, is the steel. It may not be true super steel performance, but it's a very good performer, and so that's the other big thing here, is to check out this steel and spend some time using LC200N, which is a steel I've been curious about for some time. All right, let's do a quick rundown here on sort of the features, and I've already been discussing this a little bit, but you can see up front here we've got sort of a modified drop point blade with a really, really nice satin grind. I love Spyderco grinds, always have, and this one does not disappoint. LC200N, so great steel, very, very corrosion resistant. Moving down here, we've got a washer pivot system. I want to just show you that I can Spidey flick this knife, which is really nice. Titanium frame lock. I think most people are probably familiar with this. So titanium frame lock, wire clip. Isn't movable. It is movable to the other side. Tubed lanyard hole, nice open construction. Really, really cool design. Very simple, very straightforward. I get why this knife is so popular, and it is very, very popular. Even, they have, this new run that they're working on now often sells out in stores like as soon as they're available. And I think they go for somewhere around $200. You guys can correct me if anyone knows the exact price, or just happens to be looking at Blade HQ or something right now and wants to put the exact price down there. That would be helpful. Okay. Size on this is the thing we haven't quite gotten to yet. I'm sorry guys. I was like, what do I want to say next? Oh yeah, the size. So size on this is just under 8 inches. So on the small end of full size EDC. So 7 7/8 overall, 3 3/8 on the length here. Now you can see that the cutting edge comes a little bit past the handle there, making it, you probably have closer to 3.5 inches of cutting edge. Handle length when closed, so this dimension right here is 4 5/8. 3 3/8 grip area, so not huge. My hand, I take a size large glove, so if you have way bigger hands than me, really great big sausage fingers, this may be a little bit small for you. For me, I get a nice full finger grip, very comfortable, no problem there. 3.78 ounces, which is fantastic. Very lightweight knife, very easy to carry. This is one you can carry around and really not even know you've got it. Okay. So what are my initial thoughts? Well, look, guys, I'm really, really excited to have this knife and be able to experience this steel and share it with you guys. And it is a really good knife, and I get why so many people like this, and to have one and to be able to check out LC200N is really, really exciting. Go ahead and go look for one over on Southern Edge Knife Works. They sent this to me. You'll save 15% using my discount code SHARPSTUFF, and yeah, so it's a really good arrangement for all of us. I love the thing that really, to me, makes this knife stand out is the fact that it's like totally corrosion free. Like, this is a knife that if you live by the ocean, or if you're if you're going out working, and tell me who's experienced this, and I've talked about this before, often just some random time through the day, I'll get a fire call and I'll run off on a fire call, and I may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours working, sweating, being totally drenched if it's an actual fire. Sometimes, on a barn fire, you're just put on a ground monitor and you're stuck there for prolonged periods of time. And I've actually had knives in my pocket that have corroded a little bit just from a fire call, because there's so much sweat, so much moisture for such a prolonged period of time. And so something like this in that scenario is really, really attractive. So there you go. Again, don't forget to check out that link to Southern Edge Knife Works. I think they still have some in stock. At least they did when I filmed this. Hopefully they still will. And saving 15% on that is nothing to sneeze at. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.